This is a photo of me as an 11-year-old next to my dad's 1979 Jaguar XJ 5.3 litre with a V12 engine. It used an oil crisis starting 17.6 litres per 100 kilometres, and at the time it was the smallest four-door Jag you could buy. But now the smallest four-door Jag you can buy is the E-Pace, and it uses only a third as much fuel, 6 litres per 100 kilometres. But does it drive like a Jag? Let's find out. Starting at $62,730, the E-Pace is a gateway Jag, okay? It's designed to get you hooked on harder Jag, like the F-Pace, the F-Type, the XE, the XF, the XJ. They all await you. It's a slippery slope, and once you're hooked on Jag, it's nearly impossible to escape its grip. This Jag, like every other good-looking Jaguar and Aston Martin of the last 25 years, was designed by Ian Callum, and it really does look beautiful. In fact, we've had more people stop and talk to us about this car while we've been filming than any other car I've reviewed. The only thing I'm not so sure about are these large 21-inch wheels. Now, I really like the design. I think they look great, but on this car with a short wheelbase, they're just maybe a little bit too big. Is it a turn-back car? Is it a car that makes you want to turn back and look at it after you've parked it? It's a Jag. It's the dictionary definition of turnback car. The E-Pace was released in 2017 and is yet to receive a major update, so it's missing a few bits of kit that have become commonplace in competitors like the Audi Q3 over the last few years. So there's no wireless Apple CarPlay, no cordless mobile charging, and no 360 bird's eye view camera for parking.
But the E-Pace does have a party trick up its sleeve. It can park itself.
Oh my God, this is weird. This is so weird. Stop, select drive forward. Wow, that is a perfect park. The interior build quality is fantastic, as you'd expect from Jaguar. The leather feels amazing. It's grain leather. If you'd asked me a little while ago if I ever would have considered a red interior, I would have said no way, but this just looks gorgeous. I love it. Whilst there's lots of beautiful leather all through the cabin, there are a couple of spaces where you can see that they're maybe cost-cutting a little bit, because there's these big chunks of hard plastic here on the dash and also around the center screen. I don't know, maybe they could use some more soft touch material or more leather. In the old days, they would have used wood.
The driver can also view full screen maps on the instrument cluster screen, and the head-up display also shows turn-by-turn directions. The 15-speaker Meridian sound system is one of the best I've heard in any car, with thumping bass.
The only things I don't like are the gear shifter, which is becoming more prevalent in cars like these. It's the joystick style, and it can be a little bit annoying when you're trying to do a three-point turn or parking, because at a field you can never tell whether you're in park, reverse, neutral or drive. And the other thing is in this particular model, my phone keeps on disconnecting from the USB charger, which is a little bit annoying. Sitting in the back seat here of the E-Pace, for a compact SUV, there's actually a fair amount of room. I'm sitting behind my own seating position here. I'm 190 centimeters tall, and my knees only just touching the seat in front of me. Headroom, yeah, just touching the ceiling, but that's to be expected in a coupe-style SUV. What is great though is the panoramic roof here. It's incredible to be able to just see so much sky. I'd never look out the side windows again. More of this beautiful red grain leather. It's so soft. I don't know if I'd really want to have the kids back here because they might ruin it. A couple of ISOFIX points here as well. The rear seats are heated, but unfortunately there are no USB outlets here in the rear. But all up, it's a really comfortable place to be.
There's 484 litres of cargo space in the back. The engine is a 2-litre 4-cylinder diesel, putting out 132 kilowatts and an impressive 430 newton metres of torque. The low-wide stance and torquey engine means the E-Pace can fly around corners with almost no body roll, and the all-wheel drive system ensures maximum traction at all times. There are multiple drive modes, with dynamic being customisable.
I'm struggling to actually notice a huge difference between the two. I mean, dynamic, maybe the throttle's a touch more responsive, the suspension a tad firmer. I haven't tested this myself, but Jaguar say that the 0 to 100 time is 9.1 seconds. To be honest, it feels a little faster than that. It feels closer to 7. There really is a good amount of power. But what is missing is the noise. The diesel engine just doesn't make that much noise. So whilst yes, it does drive like a Jag, it just doesn't sound like one.
So the Jaguar E-Pace R-Dynamic SE D180 all-wheel drive. Yes, it has a lot of name, but is it a car you can live with every day?
I think it's more of an enthusiast's cruiser than a daily driver for the family. I mean, you don't want to let your kids near the leather anyway. Back seat's a little small, the boot's about 10% smaller than its rivals. This is more about having spontaneity in your life, a carefree existence of weekend brunches and hanging out with your friends and being able to leave the house with less than an hour's notice.